Understanding Jesus' frustration and the seeds of hope. Matthew 11, 1-15. Through the lens of Reverend Sun Myung. Matthew 11, 1-15, often referred to as the passage about John the Baptist's inquiry and Jesus' subsequent pronouncements, offers a rich tapestry of spiritual understanding. Reverend Sun Myung, the founder of the Unification Church, provided unique insights into this pivotal passage, illuminating the complexities of Jesus' mission and the tragic failure of Israel to recognize him. By examining these verses through Reverend Moon's teachings, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the profound meaning and enduring relevance of Jesus' words. The doubtful inquiry of John the Baptist, a reflection of unbelief. In Matthew 11, verses 2-3, John the Baptist, imprisoned and facing imminent death, sends his disciples to Jesus with the question, "Are you the one who is to come, or should we expect someone else?" Reverend Moon saw this inquiry not as a simple question for clarification, but as a reflection of the pervasive lack of faith within the Jewish community, including John himself. While John had initially recognized Jesus as the Lamb of God, John 1:29, his faith had seemingly wavered amidst the trials and tribulations he faced. Reverend Moon emphasized that John, as the Elijah figure prophesied to prepare the way for the Messiah, held a crucial role to unequivocally testify to Jesus' messianic identity and unite the people around him. John's doubt, therefore, represented a significant setback for God's plan. It highlighted the inherent struggle in overcoming established religious dogma and accepting a Messiah who deviated from expectations. Jesus' response, evidence of his mission and a subtle rebuke. Jesus' response to John's disciples, Matthew 11, 4-6, directing them to relay the miracles he performed, healing the blind, causing the lame to walk, cleansing lepers, making the deaf hear, raising the dead, and preaching the good news to the poor, served as definitive proof of his messianic credentials. These actions directly fulfilled the prophecies of the Old Testament, particularly those found in Isaiah. However, Reverend Moon pointed out a subtle rebuke within Jesus' response. "Blessed is the one who is not offended by me." This statement wasn't just a congratulatory remark. It underscored the importance of accepting Jesus' mission even when it defied preconceived notions. The people, including John, had expectations of a powerful political leader who would liberate them from Roman oppression. Jesus instead focused on spiritual liberation, a concept many struggled to grasp. John the Baptist, the greatest yet the least. Jesus' declaration about John, Matthew 11:11. "Truly I tell you, among those born of women there has not risen anyone greater than John the Baptist. Yet whoever is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he," is a seemingly paradoxical statement. Reverend Moon clarified this by explaining that John was the greatest figure up to his time because he fulfilled the role of Elijah, paving the way for the Messiah. However, John's failure to fully believe in Jesus, to unconditionally support his mission, rendered him least in the kingdom of heaven. Those who readily accepted Jesus and followed his teachings would ultimately surpass John in their understanding of God's plan and their contribution to the establishment of God's kingdom on earth. The kingdom suffers violence, the tragedy of rejection. In Matthew 11, verse 12, Jesus states, "From the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven has been subjected to violence, and violent people have been raiding it." Reverend Moon interpreted this verse as a poignant reflection of the opposition and persecution Jesus and his followers faced. The violent people represent not only the physical aggressors, but also the religious leaders and societal forces that actively sought to suppress Jesus' message and hinder the advancement of God's kingdom. This violence stemmed from disbelief, fear, and a desire to maintain the status quo. Reverend Moon emphasized that this rejection of Jesus and his teachings was a tragic missed opportunity for Israel, delaying the establishment of God's ideal world. Elijah has already come, a call to discernment. Jesus' final statement, and if you are willing to accept it, he is the Elijah who was to come. Whoever has ears, let them hear. Matthew 11, verses 14 to 15, provides a solution and a challenge. He confirms that John the Baptist fulfilled the role of Elijah, but only for those willing to accept it. Reverend Myung viewed this as a call for spiritual discernment, urging people to look beyond the surface and recognize the true meaning of events unfolding before them. This passage suggests that understanding the spiritual significance of events requires an open mind, a willingness to challenge preconceived notions, and a genuine desire to seek the truth. The ability to hear, to truly understand the message, is crucial for individuals and nations to fulfill their destined roles in God's plan. Conclusion: a message of hope and responsibility. Through Reverend Myung's interpretation, Matthew 11, verse 1 to 15, transcends a simple historical recounting of events. It becomes a powerful lesson about faith, responsibility, and the potential for both tragic failure and ultimate redemption. The passage underscores the importance of recognizing and accepting the Messiah, even when he doesn't conform to expectations. It also highlights the continuing struggle between good and evil, the forces that seek to hinder God's plan, and the individual responsibility to discern the truth and actively participate in the establishment of God's kingdom on earth. By reflecting on this passage through the lens of Reverend Myung's teachings, we can gain a deeper understanding of Jesus' mission and our own role in fulfilling God's will for humanity.